about social justice, equality, and all this good stuff. And it's not like I wasn't always mindful or curious, but, you know, when I'm around others and either I don't get checked or my social environment just only continues to perpetuate that kind of shit, then, you know, I'm not going to spend enough time to look into it. But even, you know, seemingly harmless racial humor or stuff like that, it just makes things worse instead of better. And not only have I tried to check myself as well as I could, like I said, I won't deny it, I'm probably always going to make errors, but being mindful that I can do it is going to lower the risk that I will make those errors. So, I mean, I think that's in a good direction, I would say. But also at the same time, I definitely feel like I could still learn a lot more on both fronts of... whoa, what the fuck are those guys? Amducius. That's what they're called? Okay. I never seen those guys before. No, Duke Mirage. I was looking at the other guy because I was like, wait, didn't I farm those guys for stuff? I wonder what they drop, if they drop anything. Do you drop anything? Can I steal anything? Drop. No, I need to steal. I want to see what you have to steal. What do you do that I can steal? You gonna steal? Let me steal from you? Ooh, what's that? I don't know what that was. I kind of wasn't even paying attention. Oh, you son of a bitch. I was trying to steal from him. Can I take out one of these other guys? Oh, I killed him. That sucks. Whatever. Let me kill you, though, and I want to focus on the other guys. Wow, they're really straight fucking him up. He needs to stand up on his own. Okay, you come here and let me steal from you. Come on. You're really gonna let him pick on you, huh? Oh, there's only one guy now? Okay. Wow, you really suck at doing this bullying thing that you're doing. But, you know, I kind of got distracted there on whatever I was trying to talk about. But, you know, I think I covered the point without trying to run around in circles too much. That I think I've done an okay job as far as, you know, keeping myself in check, being mindful I can make that error again. Because I'm not perfect. But, you know, like I said, knowing I can make that error is going to reduce the chance that I do make those kinds of errors, that I'm mindful about my mistakes. I could always be a prick and be like, I don't give a shit, and I'm an asshole, and have this big ego, but that wouldn't be good. Like, I mean, I think one of the best kind of lessons I've realized this year out of observing others would maybe be like you can notice on certain blogs or this and that where they just get a whole lot of handfuls of traffic of I think what it would be considered would be white tears where, oh, I'm not racist, I have a friend and this and that nonsense, and it kind of, you know, made me realize instead of denying it, which pretty much confirms that you would be a racist, you know, instead of you don't have to confirm or deny it. How about, you know, just maybe simply trying to be a good person? I don't know. And that it doesn't take that much effort either. It definitely is a bigger waste of energy to you know, perpetuate hate than it is to you know, just try to be a good person. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way and try to save Africa or anything just to be that white savior, because that's an issue itself too. But yeah, something like that. You know, just try to be a good person. Know you can fuck up. and just being aware of whatever is going on is more than enough to give, to reduce the risk that you won't fuck up. Maybe, you know, others will be more likely to make mistakes than others, and I don't know, I really suck at trying to talk to this, and I think I covered the main points though, but maybe without making things worse, and I'm not saying I'm making things worse, I don't think I am. Maybe if I am, you feel free to check me in my comments. Because I've been checked and I took it the wrong way a few times, but knowing, you know, looking back, you know, reflecting on those events, it was definitely a great lessons, honestly. You know, if somebody else from whatever circle wasn't going to check me, well, it was done. And if not, I learned myself too. Damn, don't go in that puke, it hurts me. Now I don't even know how I went from trying to talk about that I wanted to try to record PlayStation stuff again to racism and equality and sexism and racism and all that stuff, but oh yeah, because I was talking about others I want to work with, and you know, maybe I don't want to be associated with the kind of people that would perpetuate that when a lot of YouTubers do, and some of them are, you know, more popular. Like, okay, for example, there was this guy I met while I was homeless, and I guess he was homeless too at the time, and he was just doing whatever to get by. And, you know, at the time I was in McDonald's, sitting there all night, uploading videos to YouTube, because, oh, you sons of bitches, because that was, like, the best I could work with at that time. So, you know, I just ran with it, right? So, I met this guy while we were there, and we were hey, let's work together, and this and that, and I finally got some shit happening for me, kind of got my stuff together. I was off the streets, and then I went through some car problems, so I wasn't able to get back to him right away about it. And so I finally followed up with him like a month later. I'm like, hey, let's do something. And he's like, oh, something, I'm busy right now, but I'll contact you when I'm not busy. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And never heard from him, so I tried to follow up with him, and he straight ignored me. And, you know, I followed his shit for a while, but, you know, he just ignored me all around. You know, I'd try to bring up conversation pieces. I'd watch a few of his videos every now and then. And, you know, after so long, it shouldn't really take that many videos to figure out what kind of person they are from, you know, in relation to what I just mentioned. You know, if you're going to pick up any of those behaviors that will perpetuate and worsen any of those ongoing issues in today's society, you know, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, right? And understanding and being aware is, you know, even just a great starter point in being part of the solution. Fuck those bone guys, they hit pretty hard. But, you know, I watched so many of his videos because he was going through issues at the time with Machinima, and I was having issues, so, you know, because he wanted out of his contract, and I wanted out of my contract, and he was getting a runaround, and I was getting a runaround, so, you know, I was kind of keeping an eye on to see what he was doing, and I didn't really care for the way he was handling his shit. He was a bit childish about it. Then again, you shouldn't have to throw a shit fit just to get, you know, Machinima to pay attention to you, but you know, he did. I can't say it was the greatest of way he handled it, nor professional, nor, you know, adult-like. He was quite a fucking prick. And I kind of overlooked it at the time, but a lot of the shit he pulled, because, you know, the Machinima person he was dealing with was a woman, so quite a few things he brought to light was pretty fucking sexist and misogynistic. While it wasn't outright like that, you definitely tell in the connotation, you know, that he was behaving like that as a man to a woman, you know, out of that whole male privilege thing that has gone unchecked. But then at the same time, I still paid attention to his videos every now and then. In one particular video, he was just bullshitting around, and he was I guess he was walking around outside or something. And as he was walking, he kind of talked a little bit quieter as he was walking by somebody he was stating. And he was like, and then I forget what he said, but I guess they were talking, and he said something about their Mexican talk. And he said in like I don't know if it was, I'm trying to think of the word. I want to say condescending or sarcastic, but that might not even be the right terminology description of it. But you could easily tell in the way he was saying it was, you know, from this unchecked white privilege. You know, obviously looking down upon them because they do not speak English, whereas he speaks English. And, you know, they may just be as fluent, if not better, at speaking English than he is. Because we all know fucking, just because you're American and you lived here all your life and born here and... Oh, he's fucking dead. That's not good. But, you know, then he isn't helping the behavior at all. Really, that's not a good look, honestly. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I've seen some of my older shit, and I just facepalm at some of the sexist or racist shit that it implies. Well, I think I did all right for the most part on not doing it, but it's not like it. Actively avoiding doing it is just as bad as perpetuating the behavior, if you will. But, damn it, I'm trying to think where I was going with that. But, you know, I just don't want to be associated with that kind of person perpetuating that behavior. Another example, I guess, would be, okay, so I found a Chicago group of, you know, other people that, you know, do video game shit on YouTube. And while they're not the biggest channel, and they actually have a lot more subscribers than I do, but they have a lot less views, and a lot less views, more subscribers, and a lot less videos. That it really doesn't matter because they made more subscribers and they don't have as many videos or views. Then again, it's all more Call of Duty bullshit anyway, so obviously everybody's gonna subscribe to that that's on that bullshit. And I don't fuck with that shit. That's all their channel was. That's all everything was. And it's not like they were talking about topics. It's not like they were covering anything specific other than this one fucking game. But I was like, okay, this seems alright. And I actually met the one guy once at a show. I think it was a